Hey everyone, this is Andrew from Passed.AI, and today we're going to run the first ever Who Wrote It challenge. We're going to take a document sent to us by a user named Amanda. Amanda says that she wrote this document herself, didn't use any AI tools, didn't plagiarize any content, wrote it very naturally, shouldn't raise any alarms. So we're going to run it through our tools and confirm all that for her if we can. If you have any questions about what the Who Wrote It challenge is, you can head over to our website. And here in the top yellow bar, there's a link that will take you to this page, and it will describe what the challenge is. Basically, you can send us your document, and we might feature it in a future Who Wrote It challenge where we would be able to tell you everything we can figure out about that document. But without any further ado, let's head over to Amanda's document and see what we can find out. Okay, so the first thing you should see when you land on this document is our big blue evaluate button. And within that evaluate button, there's an indicator, and that indicator currently is green with a score of 0.65. So green is good, yellow is questionable, red is bad. What that's indicating, however, is that this document, based on the data that we can pull out of it, appears to have been written in a very natural way. We've taken a look at all the activities that went into creating the document, things like inserting letters, deleting, formatting changes, style changes, accepting autocomplete, all that information, run it through our calculations and come up with a score of 0.65, which we say is an indication of a human natural flow. So that's our flow score. Again, if it was orange, it means we have our concerns. If it's red, we're very confident that something is not right about the history of the document. So if you click on that evaluate button, we get this modal. And typically it would ask you to run an AI scan if you want to get an AI score. Should note that the flow score doesn't include any AI detection. It's based purely on the activities that went into generating the document, but doesn't give you an indication for whether or not we think that there is AI content present in the document. For that, you run the scan. I've already run it just so we don't have to sit around waiting for the result. And the result is 0.05% confidence that there is AI content in this document. Very low. Nothing to be concerned with, basically zero. So we can give Amanda here a second check mark. Flow score is great, AI score is great. Let's jump into the audit and see what else we can learn. So flow score again, 0.65, very good. A lot of actions in this document went into creating it. Generally, the higher the number, the better there. One area to note here is 25 long inserts. So what's a long insert? Basically, it's things we're flagging as potentially copy and pasted into the document. It means it would appear to be a chunk of text too long to have been written in too short of a time. So we just want to highlight these chunks of text for you so that you can review them. They appear further down on this page. I'm not going to show you them in this video, but you'd be able to review them individually and see, is this chunk of text a potentially plagiarism, copy and pasting from another source, or maybe it's just Amanda, and in this case, what I believe to be Amanda taking things out of an outline and putting them into her final draft. So no indication here that there's any academic dishonesty, but something to watch out for. And we're going to highlight these for you, and you'll be able to review them in their original form as they were pasted, and then kind of compare them to how those chunks of text ended up in the final draft of the document. And you'd be able to make a decision based on kind of like your experience and intuition, your knowledge of the student, your knowledge of the subject matter and the assignment, and make a decision for yourself there. Last thing to note, this document was generated over 2 hours and 5 minutes, so it wasn't something that somebody copied and pasted wholesale into this document and moved on. The next thing I want to show you is our replay tool. So this starts with a blank screen as any document would, and then shows you character by character how this document was built. So let's hit 2 times speed here, and it's going to start generating this document and replaying how it was written at 2 times speed. It can go all the way up to 16 times or half speed at the low end, but you can rewatch how your student wrote this. So you would be able to see this looks natural. Edits are being made. She's going back to previous sentences, then continuing on. All of this is indicative of a natural writing process where people revise as they go. So this is further reinforcement that Amanda has done the work here. So we'll pause this, and the last thing I want to show you is our scanner. So if you still are concerned about this document and you want to run it through a deep AI scan or a plagiarism scan, you can do that on this page. I've previously run them. Spoiler alert, the AI content comes back as 0%, 100% human generated. So we're very, very confident that there's no AI content in this document, and there is no indications of plagiarism either. So what does this all tell us? Every indicator is showing that Amanda likely wrote this document for herself. There are no red flags present. So at the end of the day, who wrote it? Amanda. If you have any questions about what you saw here today, or you want to participate in a future Who Wrote It challenge, please reach out to us. Again, you can go to our website and just follow the links and get in touch with us, and we'll be happy to talk to you about potentially being involved in a future Who Wrote It challenge. Thank you.